Allmighty push.
It's your boy Almighty. And I got a special guest in the building, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Neighbor, the fine band, thank you, man, from another cross the street. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, madam. Who are you?
Hello, my name is Molly. And yeah, I'm just a neighbor.
Bruh, she said Molly, but she gotta give you you gotta give them the
I gotta give my government.
not the gram.
Oh, the gram.
I mean, I'm gonna put it in the thing, but you know, it's still better.
Okay. It's Miles, MOLS_Molly.
Oh yeah, Molly Miles, baby. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, this is a good podcast. I just decided to start. You can tell I got a lot of energy right now. I'm happy as shit. I just did some laundry. You know that feeling when you do laundry, bro? It's like feels like
great
heaven,
when
bro.
it's done.
Oh my God, bro. But yes, well, I didn't do the laundry, someone helped me do the laundry. Thank God. Right?
That's even better.
Man, that's heaven. Like, oh my God. You had never felt that good once you see somebody, man, someone do your laundry, you're like, oh God. Praise him. Okay, well now. This series, this show, I'm really going to it's a series I've been trying to do. It's basically trying to understand women. It's talking to women, trying to understand, men and women, the differences, how we can get better in dating, all that good stuff, and blah 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 blah. More towards the dating part. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get anywhere from regular temp to freaky as hell. But it's all about trying to understand men and women better. It's
Coming from who? Coming from you? Or
coming from both
a
perspectives, because it's a discussion, right? We talking about whatever, and it's literally a discussion, right? And that's just it. I'm trying to understand. They listening, and they, what I'm saying, oh, okay, so that's how they listen. A woman is listening to me and talking about, oh, that's how guys think about this thing, or that's how this guy thinks about it. Or guys listening to you like, I ain't no way girls thinking about that like that. Nah, hell no. That's what it is. You want, when having conversations. Good thing. One thing I realized today was that there's so much that podcasts are so important. Like at first I was thinking, oh, maybe it's getting too crowded. There's a lot. But I was watching a podcast today with it was this guy Melvin Gregg, I think, the comedian guy that's so he was just talking, and he was talking about how content creation, how he was up at the top of content creation, making good money, but he was hella depressed type shit. And he just gave all that up at the height of it. Now when, he just stopped. Because I remember when I used to watch his stuff, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. So he was like saying how he was making good money. He was making every month like 6 figures every month. Or did he say every week or something like that? But he just gave it up because at the end of the day, it just wasn't giving him joy. Yeah. Now I come to realize, look at my position. You know what I'm saying? I've been struggling doing this, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a position where everything is pushing me to do this. Even though financially I'm not ready, all these other things, I'm not ready. But everything literally everything in the world is pushing me. People telling me, signs are showing me. I'm trying to avoid it. I'm like, man, I need to do this. But all I'm trying to say is that hearing that from him, someone that's making that much money, from him just talking to somebody, and I can just relate. You know what I'm saying? Or kind of piece it into my life. That's the important podcast. You don't need to be on a big screen. You don't need the extra all that for somebody to hear you or see you or know exactly, or follow your daily journey or the way you think. And that's just it, and me being able to, me being a talkative motherfucker, you know what I mean? I do a little chirpy, you know what I mean? But me being able to talk and have conversations with people, and people enjoy, stuff like that, I'm like, why not? And it's leading there. So with this one, we definitely gonna do that. Try to get men to understand women, women to understand men. I'm talking about the viewers. Of course, we sitting here, all that good stuff and all that. But yeah, that's kind of how we're gonna go with it, and we're gonna talk about some trending stuff too. Just don't think it's gonna be like that. Anyway, but let's get to know a little bit about you though. What do you do, Molly? Where do you hail from? What do you do? Give us a whole spiel. You know what I'm saying? First of all, let's start from. Give us the bio. Where do you hail from? What do you know?
Okay, well, I come from a small town. It's called Scranton, Pennsylvania. Sure, you guys heard of it probably from The Office. I'm 28 years old. I moved to LA at 24 years old so I can pursue my dancing career. I've been dancing my whole entire life. Once I moved here, a bunch of people would just tell me why aren't you on TV? You need to be on TV. You need to be on TV. You need to be on TV. So one day, went and took an acting class. I did amazing. For my first acting class ever, I was actually one of the two students that got like an A for the first class. Literally. There's more to it, but that's just summarizing it. So I continued it, and I've been acting ever since. So I started acting in 2019. So for 3 years. So now I'm dancing, I'm acting. I'm also trying to dip my feet into like some other things. I actually wanted to come on this podcast because for like 2 years now, I want to start my own podcast. So that's in the works. I'm a choreographer, so you know, I create dances for artists, and like if they have music videos or, tours or shows, whatever the case may be, I'm your girl. And yeah, I'm also a mom. So that's great. So
Oh God.
yeah, double dabbling in a lot of stuff. I just started writing scripts not too long ago, the summer that just passed. I am going to be starting to shoot films. So like, I'm going to be the one behind the camera as well as in front of the camera. So yeah, there's just, the sky's the limit. And I just want to try different things.
What the hell? She just, look, I thought I was a jack of all trades. I did a lot, but she just mentioned a lot of stuff, bro. Like, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish real quick.
Yeah, well, that's basically, I was just saying, like, I just want to dip my feet in everything. Pretty soon, I'm gonna be going to the studio so I can get in the booth and I can see what my voice is sounding like. So I can see if I can get into music. Like, our bodies can do so many things, and I just feel like, why not try? If you don't try, then how do you know if what you're living is your true purpose? So, yeah.
Hey, that's hard. And
Yeah.
the last thing you just said is what I'm going to feed off of. You said our bodies can do multiple things. Why not just try? All right, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So for some reason, right? This is the first question of the active heat, thing. But for some reason, women are, mind you, we're not speaking for everybody. We're speaking from our experiences and what we, the people we've met and stuff like that. And even though it kind of sounds general, it's just based on our experiences. It's not saying everybody and everything. We understand there's difference, but we understand. I mean, also, I understand. That life is not. Just like you saying, we got to keep trying and trying new stuff, right? Because you might try one time, thing might not work, try again.
Yeah.
But it seems like when it comes to dating, women don't believe in that same idea. They think it should work the first time. They think that first time or the second time or the third or the fourth time they try, it should work. He should not, don't waste my time. I don't have that time to waste. It should work.
Yeah.
Women seem to think that there's this formula that, oh, if I do this and do this and do this, I'm going to get a right man. And it's not worked so far. What do you think about that? Like, what do you think a woman can do? First of all, what do you think about that? And then what do you think a woman can do differently to get different results?
Okay, so I honestly would say, you said women, but that definitely doesn't apply to all women.
Yeah, definitely not all, yeah.
Everybody has a different background. Everybody has different situations that they've been through in their upbringing. And like, I feel like what situations you've been in is the result of today. Like why you feel the way you feel, why you may want to take a different approach with a guy that maybe you tried something different before and it didn't work. After a while, like the same cycle, like me personally speaking as a woman, like we have strong emotions. We don't like to get hurt. We hurt really bad. And the difference between us and men, because men also hurt, you guys have more pride. So you're not so vulnerable to express the way you feel versus us, because you guys would be considered a
Pussy.
punk or a pussy.
Pussy.
Yeah, I didn't want to use that.
No, we cuss
profanity.
on my thing. We cuss on my thing, man. We talk great.
Yeah, that was the first word I thought of, but I was like, nah.
Yeah,
but
I get it.
Yeah, so we're just more vulnerable to like how we feel, and I feel like we just try different approaches. Oh, this didn't work with the last guy, so let's try this. And honestly, every situation is different. Why? Because each person is different that they're experiencing this with. So you got to look at the other side too. What are their upbringings? What are their morals, their values, their respects? You know, it's really all about just protecting ourselves. That's what I feel like it comes down to, because like I said, repeat the cycle. Like there's, you know, people say there's two types of girls. Well, guys say that there's two types of girls, a whore and a good girl. And I feel like the whore is the girl who was hurt too many times and she can't take it no more. So it's like, oh, I'm not going to be serious with nobody anymore. Like, I'm just going to do what I want to do. Because why? Because now my feelings are protected. And I feel like, I feel like the whore she was a good girl at once. Like, people don't look at the, you know, that they don't go that deep. They're just quick to call the girl a hoe. And like, yeah, it's not cute. I don't agree. I don't take that route. But there are people that, like I said, they have different, you know, maybe they weren't loved enough already with their parents growing up. And then this happened. And then maybe they weren't valued in school, like, you know, or as a person. So there's always like something deeper to dig into a person. There's never just, oh, they're like that because they're like that.
I mean, I get that, but this, like, with me, it's like, this is the question, right? It's like, even the idea of a hoe, whether it be male or female, as a good girl as opposed to a hoe, the idea that men even have, which I think is BS, is I think, as I said, it's BS, just because of the simple concept of we all trying that life. Like, some people have, you know, married, some people have been in relationships. Yeah, we don't want the constant cycle keep going on, but you don't get to choose that. So you tried this person, you thought you loved them, you thought all this, you tried them out, it didn't work. Fine, okay, cool. Damn, I'm hurt. Oh, you get out, you get back into the game again. You try somebody else, they hurt you, it didn't work. You step back out. Most. I won't say most. A lot of women fall into that category, at least from what we see in social media, because clearly women is mad, like men is not shit and all that. So if that is the idea, if we all chasing that idea of like, okay, we all, you know, it's a failure, it's a trial and error thing. Why do numbers count? Like, as to like how many times you've tried, how many guys she's been with in the attempt of trying to find this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it matter so much? Why is there a whore? Why is that title a thing? Because at the end of the day, mind you, that's them. That's them. We know that's them. We know that's the hoes. But we're talking about the ones that people consider easy. Okay. But they're not easy because, in a way, it kind of falls back to what you're saying. They've tried and realized that the way they were doing it before is not working. Yeah. So now they've released more. Their focus has gone less from trying to guard from sex and now trying to guard from personality. So then now they can have fun, but now they want to see, if I have fun with this person, the sexual energy matches, what's up with this personality? Because clearly these niggas want is some pussy. Okay, now I'm giving you the pussy. Now let me see what's up. This is what I think. I don't know. This is what I think. I've had the conversation with some of these ladies, right? And I've had a conversation with them, and that's what they tell me. Like, some of them, right? It's like, men want sex. You can put that shit behind. You can push it 2 years back. If the man really wants to wait for that sex, he's gonna wait for that sex. And when he gets it, and it's not 2 years worth of glorious sex, he's gonna leave your ass. Yeah. Even if it is 2 years worth of glorious sex, he's probably been messing with somebody all the way in between that time while you've been doing a holy with your puss. And by the time you give it to him, you don't, you know, all that. So the idea was that why is this such an issue that even women trying out, searching for this thing, and, you know, thing not working out, and then their number goes up, the body count goes up within women. Women themselves are like, girl, you don't fuck 100 people? Guys, oh, girl, you a hoe. It's just like, when women are searching for this happiness, it seems to me, I mean, both men and women are, but it seems to me there's this label on, like, for the ones that genuinely are not trying to be hoes, but genuinely really searching, but they just unfortunately haven't found it, which is a lot of women. It's just the truth about it. Yeah. So what do you think? Like, how do you think we can go about this in a way where the thing ain't so, I guess, number-based, stigma-based? Because I think it's BS to me, personally. I don't know about you. But, yeah.
I can speak from personal experience. First, I want to touch on, like, I do believe what you said is, it all goes back to, like, where is that person, what space is that person in their life? You know, I was that person. I still believe I'm that person, you know, like, it matters to us, because like I said, it's certain values, certain morals, certain respects. How did you come up? What did your mom teach you? How to take care of your body? How should you cherish your body? You know, it's not just something that, okay, this is an example I use. Like I'm gold. My body parts are gold. If I'm giving it to somebody, it has to be cherished. Like it should be cherished. So like I feel like that's a lot of women.
Mhm.
They feel like, okay, you know, I was in a relationship, went up a body count, it didn't work out. Now I'm at a new body count. Like eventually it's like I'm just giving my body away. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was for me. I mean, I don't have a ridiculous body count, but like I understood in my mind like the things I thought about if I were to have that significant body count. Like I used to worry about that, like, you know.
But like nobody, when has a guy ever asked you?
There's
like,
a lot of guys that
would
do.
ask you what your body count is.
Yes,
but don't that sound childish to you though?
It's very childish.
Like
And
they themselves, what is their body?
And
Man,
some men,
no way. There's no way.
it's very childish, and some men will even not pursue you because of that. And also, like, we live in a world where society kind of tells you who you are as a person.
Thank you.
And I feel like because guys, you know, back to the pride thing, people may have heard that woman has been around, and if that woman has been around, they don't want to be associated, even if they may have some feelings for her or want to pursue her, but only because society says, oh, that woman slept with this person and this person, oh, I can't, you know.
I love the fact that you brought that society thing into it, because that also it kind of, for me, that kind of falls into what I was even talking about. In this journey of searching, that I feel like the only reason why women even care about that, I won't say the only reason. One of the reasons why I feel like it's society. Because if you knew, just like how society is fully accepting of the fact that this life thing is not easy, you can't try, you can't win. No matter what you do, you can do all the things right and still be broke as hell. Society understands that. But why would you not put that same, because human beings are variable just as life is. It's a constantly ever-changing variable. We change just as stimulus hits us. Literally is how we change. Why would you think that you can find somebody for the rest of your life with such a changing, unpredictable variable as a human being? But why is this such a thing why is it accepted that, oh, if you can't make another human being like you, have feelings for you, something that you yourself don't control it. Feelings are not something that we control. Like, emotions happen to us. How we go about dealing with the emotions is a different thing. So we don't control that, right? But how do you expect somebody else to, treat you? You can't make somebody feel a certain type of way for you, is basically what I'm trying to say. But society seems to be cool with, oh, you should be able to do that. But you shouldn't be able to. We understand that life, you can't do that to life. You cannot bend life to fit your life. No. But you could definitely bend another human being. It's not realistic to me. Is basically what I'm getting. I think society has messed it up, and that's me. This is what I personally think. I think if there was no idea of this extra, like, there's no idea of you a hoe or you a dog or you a this for men or women, right? I feel like that idea, if that was the case, like for those communities that be like, even like those old we get some cultures and stuff like that. They're kind of like what they call poly, whatever. They were like, doing the stuff with each other type thing. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, those things, they tend not to have bad stories. At least not from what I've heard. I've not heard enough bad stories. But when we tend to bring in anything that has to do with the idea that you just need to just get it right the first time, you need to kind of be a certain way. Don't be yourself. Everybody is different, like you just said. So we think different, we approach things different. But for some reason, everybody, it's just, when it comes to, it's just one, I don't know. It's so confusing for me, bro. Like, I don't know.
I would say everybody kind of sets themselves up for that, because when you're dating somebody, it's let me get to know you. Let me see if we have the potential to move forward. You're getting to know the person. You're getting to know their true selves. What happens when they get upset? What happens when they get mad? What don't y'all have in common? What do y'all have in common? You know, a lot of people right now is just jumping over that getting to know stage. And when you do that, it sets you up for failure. Why? Because when this dude starts showing who he really is, or vice versa, now you're like, oh, you was never like this, da 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 da. You don't even know him. You really don't know who he is. Vice versa, you don't know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't sit here and say, oh, you're not like this, and then it's like friction, because now one of the parties is trying to change the other, and you don't know who this other person is. Maybe they're so set in their ways already. Maybe, like I said, the cycle. Like, come on, like if you don't know a person's background and like fully understand them, fully know them, how do you know if you're supposed to be dating this person? And that's where a lot of people just
see. I feel that for sure. I definitely feel that, and also that's another perspective I have on that, which is you can never really know nobody. Like that's one of the major things. The reason why the cheating and all this thing is going on right now is because people been married to, not everybody, but we find out these situations, relationships, and all this good stuff. Cheating is at a high. I'm at least I'm gonna say out here. I know cheating is at a high. So if cheating is at a high, you know what I'm saying, and this is people that in relationships, and I've asked people that some people say you're supposed to get to know somebody before you get in a relationship. Some people say the relationship is you getting to know somebody. No. At the end of the day, I tell people you can never really know nobody. You can deceive yourself all day and all night. Even if you were living in the same house, married to this person, they can be cheating on you. This can be a whole different person. So now the question is, what is the point? To me, I always say it's vibe. Because as I said, I've been with somebody, or should I say, I've been friends with somebody and things was going so good, you know what I'm saying? Years, everything was good, and all of a sudden, boom, and it was over the most simplest shit. I've been with somebody literally maybe a couple of days, few weeks, or know somebody a few days, few weeks, and they willing to give me their left kidney. Like, well, not literally their left kidney, but willing to give me, you know what I'm saying, something. And it's like, at that point, what do you start judging people's, like, this is why I was saying there's no formula for this thing, because it's even what you are saying, which makes sense. It's not even, you can't go off of that, because clearly the world is showing us right now that formula that we've had for a long time is not working. You think you know somebody just by spending time with them, but people, men or women, play that role because they only with you for a certain amount of time, regardless of what you think. And now we have social media. They can be with you and be with somebody else digitally.
That's true, but I believe, like I said, everything ties back to who you are as a person. All relationships aren't like that. There are people out there that do not cheat and they're loyal and they don't give no attention to what is not right in front of them. And
by the way, black men don't cheat.
For that, ooh, I don't like.
Men don't cheat. Men don't cheat.
It's cheating is big, yes, but it's not that it's big today. I believe it was always big. It's because men and women, we think from different sides of the brain. We're just never. You said you want to understand, like, men and women. Like, I believe that we'll never understand each other, and that's because, like I said, we think from different sides of the brain. We're more emotional. We need that connection, we need to feel it most times, in order to have like something with somebody, versus a man who, when you guys cheat, is just to get that sexual,
off, man.
Yeah, like I'm trying not to use that stuff.
Look, dog, I don't tell you, man. Look, the reason. Come on, man.
Yeah, so like, it's just for a nut. So like, that says so much right there in itself. Like, a woman could be given everything to you, and at the same time, I feel like pussy just gets old. Like, a guy is always gonna want new or want different or want more, versus if we have everything in a man, we don't need nothing else. Like, literally.
Is it though? I don't know.
Yes. Unless you're lacking. The only way a woman is seeking something else is if she's lacking that with her man. But
the man is gonna be, everybody's always kind of lacking something though. So that's
what I'm saying. But they'll, like I said, not all women are like that. If I feel like my man or whatever is lacking in something, and I tell them about it, and it doesn't get fixed, I will leave the situation. I'm not going to seek nothing else. But I'm not every woman, you know?
So basically, instead of cheating, you're going to take off.
Yeah.
Makes
Because
sense.
no woman should accept cheating. Like, there are men out there that will not cheat.
I don't cheat. I'm just keep it a bundle. I would rather take off. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not buying
And
that
that's
shit.
the thing. Like, all guys do not feel like that.
Oh,
They
yeah, that's
feel
a
like,
fact.
let
People
me go
different.
cheat.
What,
And
you ain't see the
either
episode I
she's
did
not gonna know.
with this nigga Terrell? Terrell said he gonna cheat.
if you're not gonna cheat, so like if I go
Terrell,
cheat,
fool.
I'm gonna do this on a sneak tip. Like, I'm not gonna tell her, but if she finds out, well, she won't. But if she finds out, we've been together for a while, she gonna stay with me, or she loved me too much, or you know what I mean? Like, a lot of guys have that twisted mindset where it's like, she's not gonna leave me, or feel like that we need them versus we want them. And I just feel like I just lost my train of thought.
Guys feel like men feel like, you know what I'm saying, y'all need us as opposed to y'all wanting us, which makes sense.
So so that's what I mean by, like, we think from different hemispheres, because a woman is not gonna go do that unless she is seeking a connection from someone else.
See,
you feel me?
And the truth is that you've basically kind of gotten to where, because there was a couple other things I was going to put out that you just kind of, with what you just said right now, kind of summarize everything. Because ultimately, we don't think the same. And now, this is the thing, as you said, and you kind of really beautifully kind of just summarized everything with that statement that we will never kind of, not necessarily saying that, you know, I get what you mean by we would never, but, you know, it's not, we just think differently. And that's exactly what I was coming to. We place value in two different things. Well, a woman is thinking about sex being the problem. A man is thinking about personality being the problem. You know what I'm saying? Even though a woman values personality as her, I mean, but she still can't do without just, and not every woman, as you said.
That's what I say. Like, not every human is looking for that specific aspect in a person.
But we're talking see, when we talking about the now we like this society, is where we fall into society. Like this average, is the norm. We talking about the norm now. So we talking about the most likely the everyday person watching YouTube right now. You know what I'm saying? Or not everybody's watching YouTube, but you get what I'm saying though. Like we're talking about the norm, like a regular person. What would we think of like a regular person? You know, it's like the regular guy is definitely a thought. A regular guy's a thought. A regular woman, it's a thought as well. But but they thoughting on two different levels. You know what I'm saying? Because a regular man thoughting could be a man. He's just smacking. A regular thought lady, she getting some cheese. She ain't just, you know what I'm saying? They doing the same thing, but they look at it different ways. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. It's just we place value in different things. But I mean, or we also have personality is the one thing that we both, men and women, find the most important. And I think that that's where we should just, I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I think that's where we should put our mind to, because a man's nature, not all men, but majority of men, the average man, is hormonal. You know, yes, we should definitely learn to control ourselves and stuff like that. But I definitely think do not avoid or do not neglect the nature of somebody. Men are quick to understand a woman is emotional. Women should be quick to understand that a man is hormonal. Now, we work like that with ourselves like that and figure something out. Now, I think personally, whoever you should be with should be somebody that you don't have to change anything about yourself for. When I mean literally anything.
Well, not that you have to, but if you're with the right person, they should make you a better person.
You
should become not you want, but it will just happen naturally because that other person will be bringing you up.
That for sure, I think for sure should be. You know what's crazy? That was for me. That kind of went without saying like that, and I think I've never voiced it out on the channel, and that's true. Like the person with actually, I just did an episode on one of my channels. Anyway, but yes, they should just change you naturally. But I also feel like you should also be, because sometimes you might see something and you just like, I want to be this person for this person, not because this person don't even do. Like I'm very big on doing things. Do things because you want to do them. Don't do things because you're trying to please somebody.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Like I'm very big on that. Girl, I learned the hard way.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Look,
because it's not genuine, and then you'll just keep hitting these freaking walls because it's just like You trying to accomplish something that's just not gonna happen for the right reason.
It's not like that shit. That look, I'm gonna tell you right now, that thing was terrible. And realizing that after you give somebody all your time and do all this and do all that, and then, you know what I'm saying, and then at the end of the day, the person tells you that you're not even doing enough. You haven't even started doing anything. You feel like you dying out there, but the person's, and that's why I be like, I preach this every time. Be yourself. That's the big thing. Everybody should be themselves. Like, if you ever want to meet somebody or you meet somebody, the person might look, they might have the looks, have this and that, but then you having to kind of go out of your way and you're not comfortable going out of your way. Like, that's my thing. I don't know. I feel like when people have to go out of, if you got to go out of your way to do something, you ain't going to be able to maintain that going out of your way for long. Mm-hmm. And now it comes down to the question, because you said something earlier. It comes down to the question I was going to ask. It's basically going to be the last question for tonight. Sexual energy. Mm-hmm. Is it something you think that can be taught, or do you think so? Sexual chemistry. Mm-hmm. Sexual chemistry. You think it's something that can be developed, or do you think it's something that's just that is?
Sexual chemistry. So the big word is chemistry. Mm-hmm. I mean, what does that mean? Chemistry means to build with someone on a specific thing. And you guys have that, like, that's y'all, like, mm-hmm. So yes, it has to be built. It's not just going to start off that way, and if it does, it's not real.
But what if so think about it this way, or I put it to you this, I'll give you this. You with a guy, and let's just assume you freaky as a goddamn nutwaller. Mm-hmm. You freaky as hell, but he's vanilla as shit.
Okay, that's different. That's not. Speaking of sexual chemistry, that's just sexual lives, like sexual desires. This person doesn't like sex that much versus this person who does. That's not chemistry. That's just what your sexual history to yourself.
But would you think that would work though? I mean, and this person, mind you, the main thing is, are they willing to change or not, right? And now coming down to what we're talking about, let's say they're willing to change, but mm-hmm. It's not them. Like, let's say some guys don't eat pussy. Some guys, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let's say he likes you. He's like, okay, I'm gonna start eating pussy for you. You talk to me. He's like, I'm gonna start eating pussy. Eventually, one day you just like he's like, man, I'm not feeling this pussy eating thing. You like, I thought you said you love me. Now you trying to do it for me. Yeah. That kind of, you get what I'm saying? That mm-hmm. kind of thing is what I'm kind of getting at. You think?
So you said,
it matters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, what kind of things we both like? Like, you like this, I like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I've been calling that sexual chemistry for long. But you like this, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And as opposed to, us just, because, of course, like I be telling people, or at least this is what I think. I think you ain't going to know the sexual chemistry until you get in there. It's not something you can talk about. Yeah. It's not something you can. And the reason I'm bringing all this up, if you've noticed, I've kind of been hanging around this whole sex thing, and because it's an issue with, this is the major issue, I think, with men and women. It's not, personality is something that we value. Sex is where the discussion comes, where one party's like, nah. I mean, 9 times out of 10, one party's like, nah, I'm not, you are not doing this. The other party's like, but I mean, I'm not, but I mean, if it does, that kind of thing. And that's why I keep hovering around it, because I feel like that's really where I feel the divide is. Because we can both agree that we want someone that's going to treat us good. Mm-hmm. But now, you start asking a man about monogamy and non-monogamy, that's where the whole issue starts coming out. So that's kind of why I've been hanging around that. But no, so like, what you think about that whole sexual thing, right? You think it's something that can be taught? Like, teaching somebody, I guess,
so
it's sexual preference? It's not preference though, right?
Are you saying, for instance, like, you have sex with a woman and she don't really know what she's doing, or she's not that freaky? Is that what you're
No, I'm talking about like
implying?
what they like. Like, they, like, for example.
Oh, so like one likes missionary, and another one likes
one is more just one is like one is more freaky, and the other one is just vanilla as hell. And it's like they want to. I don't know. I feel like you get what I mean. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like for some people, they just have to be broken. Like maybe.
Damn, that sound like dominatrix.
I mean it like as far as like, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, like, maybe they might be shy. They may have not always felt the best about their body, or maybe their last situation, maybe they always felt like they couldn't fully be themselves. So that can carry on to the next relationship, and then they have to develop the sexual chemistry with you in order to be able to open up and be fully the freak that maybe you are or whatever. You know, some people, they may just be like that, and either it's accepted or don't, because sex doesn't make the world go around. That's the twisted mindset that everybody has. But in the Bible, if you read it, like, it says don't worry about sex, don't pressure for sex. Like, it's not a thing of the world that as much as people make it seem. To be honest, it's not.
I definitely think that for sure sex is not it's for, I think it's important. It's very, very but it's not personality, as we just said. It's the main
what's
thing.
In the heart.
Yeah, like, it's really all about like personality, character. Like this is the most important thing. That's what determines compatibility. That's what determines whether I and you can sit down here without busting each other's head up open, or or whatever, without the whole spectrum, is good to bad or whatever it is, like somebody to hate the person. It's all about it's all about that compatibility. You know what I'm saying? I think personality is the most important thing. Now, once I get into intimacy and stuff like that, we then start going into different barriers. But the most important thing is personality. That's what makes you choose whoever is around you. Even your family can have a shitty personality and you dip out on them just because you can't handle that. You can't handle that. So I think personality is the main thing. Sex, I think, is important. To some people, not to everybody, but to majority of people, yes, it is. Majority.
Yeah, and it's really majority of guys. Like, there are women who.
That's what I just said. That's what I've been saying. Like, that's what I told you. That's why I'm hovering around the sex talk, because men and women don't place the same value on it. I mean, there's some women that's
there are some women out there who are like,
majority of them is just like, nah, I want personality. You know what I'm saying? And guys is like. So women is look. This is the other thing. Women is like, I want personality and I want sex. Guys is like, I want sex and I want personality. That's exactly how I think it goes. Yeah, I think exactly how that goes. And it
just will never. I don't think it's ever
that look. This
is
a very good first episode, because we've basically got to help people understand. I don't really think we're gonna be able to kind of just and if you find that person, I feel that if you find that person that kind of you and the person think together, you attract to the person, the personality is good, and then y'all think, as we just said, you can't find somebody that thinks like this, and you find somebody that finally thinks the same way you do within this department, you better wipe that motherfucker up and stop being stupid.
And I don't even believe that it will be that has the same mindset. I don't believe it will ever be that, but I believe that if, the two people are in a heart posture to be able to understand each other. I think that's what it comes down to. Is just understanding. Yep. Not really like being in the same mindset, because that's never going to happen. We think from the left side of the brain. You guys think from the right. That will never happen.
We be thinking with that.
But yeah, I think definitely just understanding each other and being completely honest and forward about what you want. And what exactly you're looking for. Like, the man shouldn't be afraid to be like, listen,
I'm just trying to clap some cheeks.
Right. Or I want to be with you. I'm kind of interested in you, but like, I need head at least 3 days a week. You know what I mean? Like,
and they give me that every day.
Ridiculous,
I'm gonna need that morning after nighttime. Sloppy loppy all day, baby.
Right. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but that's just being. How can someone understand you when you're not even putting it all on the table? Like,
men. I think it's also because men are afraid. Though. I'm not gonna lie, because this idea of like you being a man, Don't get me wrong. I definitely believe that back in the day, men would definitely, not all men, but like I said before, a bad man, like you said, people are different. If you bad, you bad. If you have a bad personality, you have a bad personality. Back in the day with all the extra shit going on where men were abusing women, I feel like if you were a bad man, you did that. If you were a good man, you respected your woman. That was about it. And I feel like these days with the whole thing going on, back then men were lying too, so it's not. But I'm saying current times, what I will attribute the finessing and the lying and all that thing to for at least within the men that I feel like actually want that, but they just too scared, like we're talking about, is because of, just society, man. Like if a man says something, like the other day I talked to somebody, a lady at the gym. I was just talking, just having a conversation. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, at the end of the conversation, I was just like, oh yeah, everything was good. She was laughing and that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see you around, And on my way, as I was walking around, she was just like aggressive. All just because of the way I said, oh, I'm gonna see you around. Oh, I said, get the workout in. I'm gonna see you around. That just literally from the very last statement, on my way out. She's laughing and she's like aggressive. And I'm just in my mind, I'm like, if you felt that way, why would you have does she like the aggressiveness, or is this a bad thing? You know, all these kind of things, right? How do I know when to be asserting myself and all that stuff? Just at the end of the day, as a man, if I'm shy, I'm just shut down. For someone like me, I don't give a fuck. So I just do, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is.
You just remain being yourself. And I would say, I forget what you said because I had a comment.
What was it?
It was right before the whole gym thing.
It was about, man, there's a lot of talk. I'll be talking, man. My brain be.
Maybe it'll come back, but yeah. Yes, so I believe it all ties into a person's background, what they've been through, even their parents' backgrounds, like what they were taught.
For sure.
And we'll never have the same mindset, like ever.
Wow. We end this episode on, I think it's not unfortunate, but it's a funny note. But no, I definitely think we can. But I think it's going to take. I think what is going to, like you said, the understanding. When you find somebody, we don't come from the same point. You know what I just realized? It's crazy. I just realized on camera, I be getting a lot of my knowledge or revelation or whatever on camera. Yeah. What I just said earlier is what it piecing it to basically mixing what you said and I said together. We don't see each other. We don't see the same. We value different things. Mm-hmm. When you find that person that's able to understand your values and you're able to understand their values without stress, it's just you can just understand where this person is coming from. The person can just understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, it flows.
I think that's the compatibility. Yeah. That's the person you need to be focusing on. Mm-hmm. Smash whoever you want to smash. Keep it 100. Yo, just keep it 100. Do what this is me.
Yeah,
this
definitely
is what I think.
Keep it 100.
But definitely when you want to it's all about being honest and understanding. Empathy and understanding.
And that's what it's not these days.
Oh no, these days it's not. That's not.
I feel like because you said before, like, some guys are scared, because of what society says. But at that point, you have to be willing to break that barrier. You have to be willing to break through that fear or whatever, because that's being selfish. Like, if you're not giving 100% to this person, and I mean that in any way, like if you're with them, how you're being honest with them, how you're getting to know them, like if you're not being 100%, then it's not going to work. Mm-hmm. Or it's going to work, and then it's gonna be that time when one of those things took place, and it's like, oh, we never even we never even had this for this. Yeah, or that time comes and it's a whole different situation that y'all did talk about, but it didn't match what you said before. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you said you wouldn't react like this, but you're reacting like this. So what is it? Were you lying? Oh, I just was scared. I didn't want to say. Like, that's where, you know what I mean? I feel you just have to be honest. No matter what fear, no matter, like, we live in a world, like, we care what people think, and we shouldn't.
Social media, man.
Yeah, social media definitely.
It's only gonna get worse. Just keeping the bundle with y'all.
Yeah,
it's only gonna get worse. Y'all see, you seen anything about the chip and stuff? And they doing a whole chip for the people that's paralyzed, so they can use social media from their brain.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
Yep. Social media, technology, everything is just crazy.
It's up.
But yeah.
Oh shit! It's a fire episode, man. I'm very happy I was able to do this, and we're definitely gonna try to have Molly in here on for some more. Also, we're gonna have Molly also in here for Bro Talk, where we're gonna Terrell, and then have her on here as a guest. We're gonna talk some that's Bro Talk where we talk that it's that's what we talk the spicy shit. This we did was a little too, you know what I'm saying? Bro Talk, we be talking that spicy shit, like talking about, you know what I'm saying? But no, we're going, y'all just know you're gonna be seeing more of Molly for sure, man. Go ahead, tell them where they can reach you at, Molly, and all the good stuff. And before we sign the fuck out,
yes. So my IG is again MOLS _ Molly MOLLY. Yeah, catch me there.
Catch her there, man. And hey, man, it's your boy Allmighty. It's been a great episode, first episode of whatever podcast I'm about to name this. which I think is gonna be something like conversation with a lady or something like that. But I want something understanding, something like that, because the idea is, trying to understand, men and women trying to understand each other, and
I would say
something like
exactly what the main topics were. So it was like mindsets and understanding. So you can name it something.
Mindset and understanding. It don't sound catchy. I need my shit to be catchy.
It don't sound catchy.
I need my thing to be catchy. See, that's your swag. It sounds like your kind of swag.
Right.
For me, see my thing, Almighty vibes, Almighty this,
Okay.
bruh talk, fit talk, colorblind, shit like my shows. I like the names to be like them. There, they sound like movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need what movie is Minds? It's like. What kind of movie would that be? That sounds like a
Jordan
show.
Peele's movie.
I was gonna say that sounds like a show or something like
Get Out.
Yeah, like something crazy like that.
And what is it called? This Is Us.
I've not seen that.
Is it This Is Us? Oh, it's just called Us, not This Is Us. Jordan Peele's.
Oh, that's the
they
one.
Were dressed in the jumpers, and it was
See, and another one I want to see is
those
that.
Those are all like mind movies. Like you have to really be able to be 100% present to see every detail to understand how everything connects. Bro, I still don't know what happened in none of them. Like, I know a few like different things.
I know. Yeah, what's it called? The Get Out one. I was just like, yeah,
it was pretty crazy.
And then what was the other one? There's another one that the one with the white people voice thing. Who did that? With the guy that wears like he had like a white voice, like he would get on the phone when he was at work and he had to learn how to talk. He's a nigga, but he had to learn how to talk like a white person. And then at the end of it, there was like a whole thing with like dog with the horses and like paws, long johns and all that good johns and all that good stuff. It was. I'm gonna send it to you later. I think it's. I don't know what it's called something. Anyway, it's your boy Almighty again, you know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend because blah, 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 blah. My ass is tired. My mouth is rolling and everything. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to eat. But anyway, yes, I'm going to catch you on the next episode, man. Check out the other videos, of course.
See ya.
Deuces.
Almighty puss.